O soul, misplayed by the splendor of thy thoughts. So he is rationalizing Savitri's own way of thinking by saying that she is misled by the glory, by the beauty, by the dazzle of her own ideas and of her own thoughts. O soul, misplayed with the splendor of the thoughts. Of course, he is also making a great statement, great awkward statement, which is not really true. That a soul can be misled by thought. He is distorting truth. Soul cannot be misled by thought. Whether it is good thought or bad thought or whatever it is soul. You see. So he is a great distorter. You see. O soul, misled by the splendor of thy thought. If he says, oh mind, oh my girl, then I can understand. You see. But of course, we can give him a little benefit also that in the English language, soul is also used for a person. Oh, poor soul! What a poor soul you are! You see, you are a poor soul. You see. O soul, misled by the splendor of thy thoughts. O earthly creature, with thy dream of heaven, obey, resigned and still the earthly law. I have created this law for the earth. Obey it, accept it. See, that is why death in the Sanskrit tradition is called Yama. Yama means law. Yama means law. Obey the earthly law. And he is the master of the mortal world. Mrityu Loka. We call it Mrityu Loka. We are living in the Mrityu Loka, in the world of Mrityu, of death. Therefore, I am the Lord, I am the master of this Mrityu Loka. Obey my law, because you are misled by the splendor of your thoughts. And I am giving you the proper guidance. O soul, misled by the splendor of thy thought. O earthly creature, with thy dream of heaven, obey, resign and still the earthly law. Accept the light that falls upon thy days, whatever little light is there, little hope is there, little glimpse is there, because of mind. Because you have grown up through vague energy, matter, life, mind, thought, you have grown up. So whatever little light you have got, you accept that light and live by that light. Accept the light that falls upon thy days. Take what thou canst of life's permitted joy, submitting to the ordeal of fate's curse. Suffer what thou must of toil and grief and care. Suffer what thou must of toil and grief and care. This is ringing like a bell. Suffer what thou must of toil and grief and care. Suffer, that starts with the talkie, long short. Suffer what thou must. I will make an anapest. Short, long, what thou must. Of toil, I am. And grief, I am. And care, again I am. Suffer what thou must of toil and grief and care. So all human consolation, in spite of all his miseries, lies in this particular advice given by death. Suffer what thou must. Yes, toil is there, grief is there, care is there. Suffer and accept. In other words, he is talking of earthly law. of Mrityuloka. What is the earthly law? What is nature? Of suffering, of toil and grief and care. He is characterizing the nature of this earthly world where the earthly law prevails. The earthly law is of suffering, of toil, of grief, of care. He is elaborating on that, you see. Submitting to the ordeal of fate's skull, suffer, but thou must of toil and grief and care. Almost monosyllabic except for the first foot. There shall approach silencing the passionate heart. My long, calm night of everlasting sleep. There, into the hush from which thou camest, retire. So, you have come in a mortal world, accepting the law of mortality, Mrityuloka. You go back again and live in a mortal world. Forget about heaven, etc. etc. The law here, that prevails here, is the law of death. And you cannot escape. And whatever peace you want, whatever consolation you want, whatever hope, fulfillment you want, that will only because of me here. There into the hush from which thou camest, retire, go back. That is what will happen, you see. Now, this is the strongest argument that can be put forward by the power who denies the possibility of a divine manifestation. So earlier we have seen in the previous canto practically the argument based on life and passion and emotion. Here we are saying the sophistry of the argument based on thought, on mind, on reasoning. He has built up his argument now at a higher level. There into the hush from which thou given. So what is the hush? You will go and get absorbed in my silence.
His silence.
His silence.
Yes.
So all the possibilities of your progress, of continuous progress, are at once terminated by him. You will go and sleep into the hush. It will be your total laya. The laya into the inconscience, into the void, utter void, even below inconscience. Inconscience is a great, great, great advance over void, as I told you. First is the utter void, then the inconscience, then matter, then ignorance. So the progress is very. How that progress has happened, of that we have no knowledge. The mother says there was nobody to write down the history of evolution that way at that time. I would have liked to see how things progressed.
Millions
Although-
of years.
Yeah.
Millions of
Yeah.
years.
See, if I know how it happened that way, then I can work upon the process by which the transformation can be built up. So I had to build up now that knowledge first. That was the problem, you see. There shall approach silencing the passionate heart, my long, calm night of everlasting sleep. There into the hush from which thou camest retire. See, these are very cruel lines. Very harsh, very cruel lines. But the charm of the poetry, the yogic force which is there behind them, gives you a different kind of soothness. So that is the power of the yogi. Yogi has put, although he is talking of very harsh things, it does not really hurt you. It has a power of elevating you, the power of taking you up, taking you out of it. That is, while even you are talking of negative things, the power is that you are sort of pulled out of those negative things. That is the beauty of yogic poetry, you see. And that is exactly what should happen when you are doing any work, although it may be the dirtiest work, But that verse should be such that it will really pull you out of that dirt. That force, that occult element should be present in all our actions, in all our activities. So it may look very harsh, very cruel and all that thing, but it is not really cruel. You want to bring out something of beauty, something of truth, something of joy, then it becomes creative. So this is what happens in the case of painters. they paint all kind of dirty things, but the subconscious is there, so degrading. It has no power at all to pull you out of that, you see. It has no power. Here he is talking of death. They are into the harsh from which thou camest desire, retire. See, he is talking of that. But it does not really push you down into the harsh of that kind. It has the power to pull you out of it. You see. Now, of course, Savitri had to give a long, big answer. Savitri had to give a long answer for what he has been talking of, you see. So, she is going to give him a couple of lessons on the life divine.
Now it becomes a
She is going to give a couple of lessons on life divine. Mr. Death, you please read chapter so and so in life divine.
are there. Because you are ignorant, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.